I have a 70-something truck show for you today. Here's the lineup of trucks. Here's the track. Gonna go down the Hot Wheels Super 6-lane raceway, over the jump, into the pillow. Those little black marks right there, that's the finish. Let's get going. Race 1 is Pure Muscle versus V8 Bomber. That one goes to Pure Muscle. Next race is M2D Camel Thunder going up against Maximum Destruction. Easy win there for M2D Camel Thunder. Now we have a Chevy Stepside taking on Hot Wheels. The Chevy Stepside takes it. Now we have Avenger 20th Anniversary taking on Eradicator. Eradicator gets the win. Now we have Bounty Hunter taking on the Patriot. The Bounty Hunter barely gets the win over the Patriot. Now we have the Safe Auto Minimizer taking on Black Stallion. A super close race. I'm going to rerun that one. Here's the rerun of Black Stallion and Safe Auto Minimizer. Black Stallion barely squeaks out the win. Now we have Western Renegade taking on Batman. Goes to Batman. Now we have Covert Crasher taking on Instigator. Covert Crasher with the easy win. Now we have Time Flies taking on an Escalade. Time Flies with the comeback. Now we have Cyclops taking on Backdraft. Cyclops barely gets the win over Backdraft. Now we have Tough Enough versus Titan. Looks like that one was Titan barely. I'm going to be running just to be sure though. Lanes are swapped and it's time to go. That one was clearly Titan. Now we have Hot Wheels 68 taking on Black Avenger. Black Avenger going to get the win. Now we have Taz taking on Gravedigger. Gravedigger going to get the win. Now we have the Ice Cream Man taking on Crazy Train. It's going to go to Crazy Train. Now we have Bad Habit taking on Wrecking Crew. Going to go to Bad Habit. Now we have Grinder taking on Instigator. Going to go to Instigator. Now we have Mechanical Mischief taking on Tropical Thunder. Going to barely go to Tropical Thunder. Next up we have Backdraft taking on King Crunch. Going to go to Backdraft. Now we have Battle of the Color Treads. Blue Thunder taking on Son of a Digger. Gonna go to Son of a Digger. Now we have Illuminator taking on Backwards Bob. Gonna go to Backwards Bob. Now we have Iron Outlaw versus Bounty Hunter, but it's got the old Nitro body. Seas takes it. Gonna go to Iron Outlaw. Now we have High Roller taking on Screamin' Demon. Gonna go to High Roller. Now we have Nasty Boy taking on Gunslinger. Gonna go to Gunslinger. Now we have the truck representing my hometown, Michigan Ice Monster, taking on Avenger. Gonna go to my home state, Michigan Ice Monster. Now we have Shocker taking on Devastator. Gonna go to Shocker. Now we have Pastrana 199 taking on Bad Habit. Gonna go to Bad Habit, although that was a close race. Now we have Iron Man taking on Freedom Force. Ooh, that was a real close one. It looked like Freedom Force came back. So I'm gonna rerun it. Lanes are switched and it's time for a rematch. That one's clearly Iron Man. Now we have Pure Muscle Very Camo taking on Chassis Snapper. A real close race, but I'm going to give it to Chassis Snapper. Now we have Podium Crasher taking on Torque Terror. That was a real close one, but I'm going to give it to Podium Crasher. Now we have another battle of the color treads. Doomsday versus Higher Education. Wow, Higher Education with the big win. Now we have Wolverine taking on Samson. Gonna go to Samson. Or sorry, Wolverine taking the win. Now we have Obsession taking on Shocker. Gonna go to Obsession with the big win. Now we have Fox Sports 1 Cletus taking on Nitro Circus. A close race, but I think Fox Sports 1 Cletus came back. Now we have Raising Kane taking on U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Gonna go to the U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Now we have Scarlet Bandit taking on Reptoid. That was a real close one, but I'm gonna give it to Scarlet Bandit. And now the last race of round 1. We got Big Kahuna taking on Little Miss Dangerous High Maintenance. A real close one, but it's gonna go to Big Kahuna. Got some real close races and some blowouts. Here are the winning trucks of round 1. And now it's time to start round 2. Now we have M2D Camo Thunder taking on Pure Muscle. Gonna go to Pure Muscle. Now we have Eradicator taking on GMC Truck. I think it's a step side, but I'm not sure. Real close one, but Eradicator came back. Now we have Bounty Hunter taking on Black Stallion. That one's got the easy win to Black Stallion. Now we have Batman taking on Covert Crasher. It's gonna go to Covert Crasher with the skid. Now we have Time Flies taking on Cyclops. It's gonna go to Cyclops. Now we have Titan taking on Black Avenger. It's gonna go to the Black Avenger. Now we have, wait, hold on a second, that's wrong. So I accidentally put Taz in the winning bracket and put the actual winner in the loser bracket, so I think it was Ice Cream Man. I might be wrong, I am probably wrong, so I'm just gonna bring Ice Cream Man back in place of Taz. So it's Ice Cream Man versus Crazy Train. It's gonna go to Ice Cream Man. Now we have Bad Habit taking on Instigator. Whoa! Bad Habit goes off the track, although I think he got the win anyway. Now we have Backdraft versus Tropical Thunder. Gonna go to Backdraft. Now we have Color Tread Son of a Digger taking on Backwards Bob. It's gonna go to Backwards Bob. Now we have Iron Outlaw taking on High Roller. It's gonna go to High Roller. Now we have Gunslinger taking on the Michigan Ice Monster. The Michigan Ice Monster barely gets the win. Now we have Shocker taking on Bad Habit. Gonna go to Bad Habit. Now we have Iron Man taking on Chassis Snapper. It's gonna go to Chassis Snapper. Now we have Higher Education taking on Podium Crasher. A close one, but Podium Crasher is gonna barely get the win. Now we have Obsession taking on Wolverine. Obsession gonna get the comeback on him. Now we have U.S. Air Force Afterburner taking on Fox Sports 1 Cletus. It's gonna go to U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Now for the last round of round 2, we have Big Kahuna taking on Scarlet Bandit. It's gonna go to Scarlet Bandit. Now we have M2D Camo Thunder. Oh wait, sorry, this isn't the first race. Oh, wait, never mind, it is. I just accidentally put Camo Thunder there instead of Pure Muscle. Now we have Pure Muscle taking on Eradicator. It's gonna go to Pure Muscle. Now we have Black Stallion taking on Covert Crasher. It's gonna go to Covert Crasher. Now we have Cyclops taking on Black Avenger. It's It's going to go to the Black Avenger. Now we have Ice Cream Man taking on Bad Habit. It's going to go to Ice Cream Man. Now we have Backwards Bob taking on Backdraft. That was a really close one. I don't think I'm going to call that one. I'm going to do a rerun. Now we have the rematch of Backdraft versus Backwards Bob. That was a close one. I'm going to give it to Backwards Bob. Now we have High Roller taking on the Michigan Ice Monster. It's going to go to High Roller. Now we have Bad Habit taking on Chassis Snapper. It's going to barely go to Chassis Snapper. Now we have Obsession taking on Podium Crasher. It's going to barely go to Podium Crasher. Now we have US Air Force Afterburner versus Scarlet Bandit. It's going to go to Scarlet Bandit. We need a fast loser, so I'm going to bring back Bad Habit. I'm going to have him race someone, and I know who I'm going to race. I just got to find him. So for our fast loser race, we have Bad Habit versus Bad Habit. And it's going to go to Bad Habit. Now we have Covert Crasher taking on Pure Muscle. That one was real close. I'm going to give it to Covert Crasher. Now we have Ice Cream Man taking on Black Avenger. It's going to go to Black Avenger. Now we have High Roller taking on Backwards Bob. It's going to go to High Roller. Now we have Podium Crasher taking on Chassis Snapper. It's going to go to Chassis Snapper. Now we have Scarlet Bandit versus Bad Habit. Now we have Scarlet Bandit for the win. So we need to bring 3 trucks back for fast losers. So I'm going to just pick 3 random trucks. We got Samson is the first one. Taz is the second one. And the third one is... no. Shocker. Also, my eyes were closed the whole time, so I'm not looking, seeing what truck I'm picking. So here are your quarterfinalists. Covert Crasher, Black Avenger, Chassis Snapper, High Roller, Scarlet Bandit, Samson, Taz, and Shocker. And to start the quarterfinal, we have Covert Crasher taking on Black Avenger. It's going to go to Covert Crasher. Now we have High Roller taking on Chassis Snapper. It's going to go to Chassis Snapper. Now we have Scarlet Bandit taking on Samson. It's going to go to Samson. The final race of the quarterfinals. Shocker versus Taz. Taz is going to get the easy win. Now the first race of the semifinal. Chassis Snapper versus Covert Crasher. It's going to go to Chassis Snapper. And who will be the truck meeting Chassis Snapper in the final? It'll be Taz. Here is your final. You got Taz versus Chassis Snapper. 3, 2, 1, go. And it's gonna go to Chassis Snapper. That's it. Chassis Snapper is the winner of the first monster truck racing channel on the first monster truck racing video on my channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.